Next, we go to NZDUSD. This is a pair whose price action I've been really loving over the past couple of weeks. Watching it has been so beautiful. It's been respecting areas and doing exactly what you expect. Let's start with the weekly time frame. What do we see here? Well, in this weekly impulse, we are now currently below the 50%, so we're in discount prices. That's something very interesting. When price took out this low and then violently moved to the upside, two weekly fair value gaps were created. One lower here and one slightly higher in the range. And look at this. When this one was created, price now spent 3 weeks inside that area trying to respect it. That is the gap trying to do its job, trying to support price. We had this week here, price traded into it, whipsawed through it a bit, but could not close beyond it. Then the next week, we found proper support. If you wanted to be a buyer, you could have bought from this gap. You could have bought from this gap in that week. And then the week after that, we saw bearish expansion. Price came back into the level, still couldn't close below it. And then finally, when all of the orders that were nestled in this area were exhausted, you see last week's candle breaking and closing through it. Where is it going? We have another weekly gap here that price wants to test. So the thesis of bullishness on NZDUSD has not been invalidated. It's not wrong yet. The market is probably just seeking better prices. And look at the precision of this price action. Just look at this. Look how last week's candle stopped right at the start of the weekly fair value gap, creating these equal lows. That is not coincident. That is algorithmic precision. What do we want to see this week? This week's candle has now opened. We want to see price straight into the gap. It might even go beyond it because this is now a weekly order block. So it might go beyond the gap just to tap into the order block. And then you're looking for daily or 4-hour bullishness. So you want to see a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle, a daily candle engulfing a low, and then closing back inside the gap or closing through it. Where are we targeting on the weekly time frame? Well, it's very simple. We have this high here, and then right above the high, we have this weekly imbalance here. Isn't that beautiful? Your liquidity target is right there. You have two strong draws on liquidity and price dancing right on top of a weekly support area on the weekly time frame.